Oh my god, 3 hours. This is a 3 hour. What the hell? I think.
Did you ever think you were made?
Is it delayed now? Oh, I hope it's better now. I hope it's better. I hope it's better. You're back. Yeah, I'm back. I'm back. I don't know if I should leave it like this or if I should leave it like this or the green screen. But it's okay. It's okay.
I feel I'm supposed to taste sweet victory. I know this life meant for me.
Adam, what's your point? The future looks bright.
Tate.
My handshake is better than anything I ever saw. It's right here.
You are a one-of-one?
My son's right about it. I don't think I've ever said this before.
Perfect. Nice.
Am I looking here? Okay, fantastic. Folks, this was a last-minute announcement, but there was some extracurricular activities going on in Miami. Some songs being played.
Hey, do you watch these? The podcast?
Text messages, phones blowing up. And
I didn't hear what happened.
yeah, there was this group of guys.
3 hour long podcast. It's crazy.
In a city, Miami,
Yo.
where most of the clubs are owned
Hi.
by
I didn't see the
this
YouTube comment.
community
Hold
that
on.
the song was bashing, that, you know, by Kanye West, and then everybody reacted to it. Matter of fact, why don't we do this, Tate, to just kick it off?
Sure.
Good to have you back on here.
I'm
By the way,
glad to be back with the guys.
This looks like the cigar lounge from Madrid.
Exactly. Yes, it
Except
does.
it's not. We are, let's pick a city we're in right now. We're right now in, we're in Barcelona right now.
Nice.
Okay, Barcelona, Florida. Somewhere in Barcelona, Florida is where we are
Bro,
right now.
I love watching any podcast with Andrew Tate. It's just fun to watch. Hold on. This is so long. I don't know how long I've been watching this, but no, I don't, but it's funny. Ready? Patrick for David. Wait, you don't like it? Chatting. I'm updating the title. Chatting and chilling. It doesn't make any difference, but let me just update it.
This podcast.
Big difference between Miami and Fort Lauderdale, Vinny, right?
100%.
Okay, so why don't we do this though? On a serious note, so let's play this.
I've seen the one.
Clip, Rob, and then Tate will just start.
I've
off
seen
with
the one
this
that
is what the news is
called,
saying.
but
We'll
they
go
don't
straight to-
tell us
Oh,
it
it's
was
all
good.
You made the
All right,
fucking news?
You made the news. Channel 7 Miami. So Rob, if you want to play this,
I've seen the one that called, but they don't tell us it was good. What do you mean?
go for it.
People laughing and celebrating Heil Hitler and Adolf Hitler. I cannot believe we're even seeing this and witnessing Miami Beach.
A Miami Beach nightclub catching heat, accused of celebrating hate with a song about Hitler.
Absolute disgust.
Disgusted, horrified.
City leaders reacting to videos making the rounds on social media featuring the Kanye West song with the lyrics Heil Hitler over and over again. The same men seen in the
Bro,
club.
I think they should just make exceptions for songs. If a song contains the N word, you should be allowed to say it. If a song contains any of that, you should be allowed to say it. Cause come on now, man.
Known as
But yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy.
controversial influencers are also in a video from a limo. In that one, they're singing and one of them is performing a Nazi salute.
To have people in our city celebrating this. Animals.
This is obviously not welcome in Miami Beach. It should not be welcome anywhere in the world.
And by the way, I spoke to other club operators. They are not welcome in their club. How they got into this club, open arms, I want to know how.
The videos are from Saturday night. This one inside the Club Vendome at 743 Washington Avenue. The club releasing a statement on social media that reads in part,
Don't get us kicked out, man. Bro, what? It's posted on YouTube 2 days ago. I mean, they can't kick me out for something that is on YouTube.
"We want to be unequivocally clear. Vendome and our hospitality group do not condone anti-Semitism, hate speech, or prejudice."
That's crazy. That is crazy. I haven't listened to that song yet. I don't even know if it's on YouTube or YouTube Music.
"Of any kind." It goes on to state, "We are deeply disturbed by the harm caused by this incident and the circulation of this footage." The Post explains the business is looking into safeguards and procedures to make sure this doesn't happen again. As for the men in the video celebrating the song, the mayor has...
Can pause it at this time.
I barely even see me in any of this,
Yeah.
firstly. But I want to be very careful here because I don't want to deflect too heavily. I don't want to be blaming other people, etc. A whole bunch of songs were played that night, none of which I requested. None. I walk into a nightclub and songs are played. Unfortunately...
Oh my god, Andrew is pussying out, man. What the freak? What the hell? He is pussying out, man.
Anything happens anywhere near me, it gets tied to my name. If someone got shot in that club, they would have said, Andrew Tate's in a nightclub where this man got shot. I didn't shoot him. I didn't pull the trigger. I don't know who the fuck he is. I was there and the song was played. The actual conversation I think that's interesting to have when it comes to this is the nature of the internet and the nature of influencing in general. Because I think we're living in a world now where only shock value seems to get anybody's attention for any significant period of time because everyone's dopamine receptors are completely fried. So all of these young influencers or anyone on the internet who's trying to make any name for themselves is trying to be as controversial and shocking as possible as quickly as possible. And that's why the song was played, because it gets views. That's why. I didn't play it. I didn't ask them to play it. I didn't dance. I didn't sing. In fact, the only time you see me on there is me storming out of the bus saying this is ridiculous and leaving.
Oh,
but I know why it was played. It was played because of this. It was played because it gets traction in a world where everybody is bored of everything all of the time. And that's why these young people are encouraged constantly to try and do the most shocking thing possible. You see this not just with this song, you see this on all their streams. They're running people over and doing retarded shit constantly. So I'm not here to make excuses for myself. I'm not here to say it wasn't me. I'm not here to, you know, blame someone else. But
wait, I've never listened to that song, but if the song is clearly on Spotify, or how are they playing the song then? If the song was allowed to be posted, like, you know, why is it? I don't know, man. I haven't listened to the song, so it's crazy.
it is kind of ridiculous. It does feel a bit...
Is it that serious though? Well, for him it does.
bit unfair that I'm standing in a nightclub.
It does.
A song comes on that I did not request. A song comes on that I do not dance to. I do not repeat the lyrics to. I just stand there.
Hi,
I
Holland.
want to attribute somehow the song playing to me and it all being my fault.
That's a fair argument, but
Bro, it seems so deep. I want to play the song now. Should I play it, Thief? Should I take the risk? Should I play the song? I'm not gonna risk it. Bro, I just got out of 7-day bail, bro. Just got out of 7-day jail. I'm not gonna risk it, but I will listen to it after.
You know, to the average person that's watching it, you know, back in the days when I'm younger, I'm in a car with a guy who I get out of the military. It's December 23rd, 97. The guy's got a bunch of pot in the back of his trunk. Cops come out, and I'm in the army. And my
Stop even thinking about it. Okay,
me,
cool.
hey, you got to figure something out. You can't be involved in something like this.
Yep.
So guilty by association, it's the first thing they're going to say. You hung out with these guys. When I watched the video, Andrew, with you and them, Tristan looks extremely uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Okay? And the way you were smiling, because I saw a lot of everyone's.
What the hell?
I communicate. We have conversations together. You looked extremely uncomfortable as well. You're smiling, but you're not. You know already what's going to happen. It was almost a look where I said, "Tate knows."
Oh, isn't this idiot Iranian, bro? What the fuck is wrong with him? He's kissing fucking. I was going to say him. I shouldn't say his name, but why is he kissing his ass? You're literally Iranian, you stupid idiot. I don't like these people, man. They're a bunch of clowns.
About to happen next.
Yeah, the shock value really isn't worth it to me. I mean, I've said some shocking things, and people will believe my brand is built on shock value, but I think they're at least shocking opinions. I like to think that I'm sitting there saying, this is my opinion. You may find it shocking, but this is what I truly believe. These are my worldviews, and perhaps there's a lot of people who agree with me, disagree with me, but to just shock and offend purely for the purpose of shocking and offending, I think that that's something that has played
Why is he always
for a
mad?
while, but it's getting worse and
I don't
worse.
know.
And you notice it across the entire streaming world because people are struggling to get any kind of views or shake people out of apathy. And when I talk to anybody below 25 who's
Oh my God.
on the internet, their only intention is to be as shocking and therefore as offensive as possible. That's what they're sitting there thinking. How
Bro, TikTok sending me warnings.
I get everybody to panic within 3 seconds, otherwise they're going to scroll past me. And that's what people are doing. That's the world we live in.
Why hang out with them?
Well, I haven't seen them in a long time. It's the first time I met two of them. It's the first time I met Clav and Nick. I spoke to them online, but it's the first time I ever met them. I hadn't seen Sneeko in a while.
You and Nick have never met each other?
Never met.
Oh, wow, I didn't know that.
Never met.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and the Braden guy,
Oh my God, no.
Clav,
he's new.
First time I ever met them.
Yeah.
And I have to be honest, they were nice guys when I met them. You know, it's the first time I've spoken to them. I sat down with them, and I don't think they even put the
We wonder why they did not tell you. I think it was for something else, but we'll see though. We'll see.
song on.
If they give me another warning, I will stop watching this video then.
I can't. I have to guess. I think Sneeko may have put the song on, who I'd met many times before. But it was a long night. It was 6 or 7 hours in which, for 2 minutes of it, someone got a phone and put a song on. It wasn't me. And now it's all over the news. So I just think that the main reason this is being done is because shock value is what people are optimizing for with their content primarily. And then we can have another conversation entirely about why anti-Semitism is on the rise in the first place, because I have a theory about that also. And I think that the main reason anti-Semitism is on the rise across America, because there's no doubt about it that it is because young men are being told that Jews control the system, and young men are being screwed by the system. It doesn't mean it's true. I'm not going to sit here and say that Jews completely and utterly control the system. What I'm saying is, if you tell young men that, and they believe that, even if it's not true, and they're getting screwed by the system, that's why people are anti-Semitic. There was no anti-Semitism when a man could afford a house, and there was no anti-Semitism when a man could get a wife. And there's no anti-Semitism when he looked around and felt part of his community. But people are so disenfranchised now with the places they're living in and the society they're forced to live within, and they feel so...
Hey, this is Hali if he wasn't Somali, bro.
...disconnected from everything. They've become revolutionary. Young men of the world are revolutionary. They're looking for somebody to blame. They're told it's the Jews, so that's why they're being anti-Semitic. That's the truth about what is happening.
And it's funny though, Andrew, like, what's Nicholas Sneak? He's a grown man. I'm going to call him his real name. He's Filipino, Haitian, and his father is of Jewish descent. So on top of that, it doesn't make any sense. He's the Jew, so you're going to go to a town that's predominantly a lot of Jewish-owned businesses. You're technically Jewish too. You're playing that song, and then when you get in trouble for it, you're screaming anti-Semitism, and it's all the Jews run everything, and it's ridiculous. And I think in that sense too, Andrew, they use you, which I know you're upset. You have to be. They use you to play that song to be like, look who's with us. And you're right. I saw you. You walked right out, and even in the nightclub, you were kind of like whatever. But I would be even more livid because coming from a guy that has a Jewish father, brings you in, plays the Hitler song, and then you're the only guy that's going to catch real flack for it.
Yeah, I think it was. So if I'm going to be optimistic, it was short-sighted by them. If I'm going to be pessimistic, it was certainly very. I mean, I wouldn't say they set me up, but they should have known.
Oh,
that,
God.
This is going to cause a whole bunch of flack for me, specifically.
In Miami.
In Miami, of course. But if I'm totally honest with you,
What am I watching?
I don't think that any of them are deeply anti-Semitic genuinely, and I don't think that any of them really thought it through.
Bro, I'm hungry, bro.
Honestly,
It smells
I think they're
nice.
just kids. I think they're just kids. It gets a reaction. They think they're funny. They're on the internet. They need a reaction. They want likes, and they did some fucking dumb shit. That's what I think it is. I think they're just literally retarded.
How old is Nicholas? If you don't, how old? I know.
I don't know. They're all young.
Braden
They're
guys
all
is
in their
like-
young 20s or something.
I would love to agree with you, brother. But they're
Bro,
not
I
all
don't-
kids.
This
By
is,
the
this
way,
is like, oh, wait, what?
nobody
You want
online
some peanuts?
or in the
No.
Jewish community defends you more online or behind the scenes than me.
I appreciate that, sir.
So-
I appreciate that.
You know, I had dinner with
No, I don't want peanuts.
Tristan and
Of course.
Justin Wall the other day.
Yeah.
I got the call. It's Sunday. You ruined my day. At the very least, you ruined my Sunday
Bro, I woke
with my
up.
nephew.
I woke up. I was like, what
I
the
feel
fuck?
you. And I get a call from not one person, not two, everybody.
Yep.
Your brother, you're texting me, Justin Waller, the club owners, the DJ, everyone, the mayor.
The bathroom attendant.
Like, the bathroom attendant, I tip him good. He called me.
Who's Cuban? But go ahead.
But they're not all kids. We know Myron's almost 40.
Yeah.
You're almost 40.
Yep.
Tristan's 35.
Yep.
This ain't kid stuff. So
Wait, why do they
what
call
I
him?
think is I actually believe you. You think I'm going to wait for 5 years of working with you, friendship with you, to throw you under the bus last minute? That's not how we roll. But I think Sneeko played the song.
Yeah.
I think Tristan explicitly told me that Sneeko played the song. I think when you sort of diffuse the situation, they're kids being kids. Myron, who, you know how much time we've spent with Myron.
Yep.
That ain't no kid stuff.
Well, Myron's not a kid, and he's a really good friend of mine.
I agree.
And Myron's not a kid, you're right. I don't know if Sneeko played the song, Sneeko played the song. I'm telling you from my perspective, and I don't want to make it something...
But how do you feel about that? Because let me ask you a specific question.
Sure.
Do you know how long you spent with your brother and Justin
That's
Waller
crazy.
at 9 o'clock on Sunday? I left at 3 in the morning. Serious conversations, laughs. Of course, we're having Blue Label.
Yeah.
And Tristan, in my perspective, is like, dude, I'm done with these people. That's my perspective. I'll let him speak for himself. But he told me a story about your grandfather.
Yep.
Who served in World War II, yes?
Yes.
The American.
Yep.
What would your grandfather say about that? A neo-Nazi symbol. Who fought the Nazis?
Yeah, I understand. And we have to be
Abdulaziz
very
is
careful.
cooking,
I understand
yes.
exactly what you're saying.
Yeah.
I agree that is offensive to many people. I totally understand it. And I'm not here to get myself...
It's offensive to Americans.
Well, yes.
Forget about just Jews. American lives died fighting Nazis.
That's true. That's true.
Your grandfather's friends died fighting Nazis. That, to me, Jews or not Jews, Americans went to war against Nazis. This is an American thing.
Nawal, thank you for the likes,
I
Nawal.
wear an American flag pin, not an Israeli flag pin, not a global flag pin, certainly not an LGBT flag, American flag pin.
Yep.
My grandfather fought in World War II.
Yep.
So to me, this is anti-American.
Well,
And
why
I'm
are
cool with
they?
Myron. I used to be cool with Myron, but how am I going to hang out with that? How are you going to hang out with that?
I've known Myron for a very long time. He's been a great friend of mine. And I have to make this very clear to the world. I have a whole bunch of friends who do a whole bunch of shit that perhaps I would not do myself, or I may not 100% agree with. But that doesn't mean they're not my friends, and I don't speak to them. Bro, I have to be honest here, guys. I'm really not trying to do some big apology tour. And the reason for that is because
that's crazy.
I really didn't do anything wrong.
So
I want to
sensitive.
make this clear. I understand why some people were offended. I understand they want to attach it to my name. I understand that it gets clicks in the media if you say Andrew Tate did X, Y, Z. I got on a bus. Full-grown men made decisions while I sat on my phone. I then got off the bus and stood in a nightclub while other people played songs while I sat on my phone. If they want to crucify me for that, that's up to them. Myron made the Nazi salute because he thought it was funny. That's Myron to come here and defend.
Of course.
It's not for me to sit here and come here and defend. Myron is someone I know and I respect and I like. Even if he did something that offended me, even if I found that offensive, I would still say, oh, okay, well, I like Myron. I have a whole bunch of friends who do a whole bunch of things that I don't like.
Oh, shit. At least he's standing up for something.
Type of friend you can have. We have the most racist group chat in the world.
All right, finally he's standing up for something. He's not throwing everyone under the bus.
This is the world I live in, right? And I think that the reason the anti-Semitism issue is so sensitive is, one, because of the prevalence, especially online. And I'm not going to lie, I see it everywhere myself. I'm not even Jewish. It must be scary to see it absolutely everywhere online. The reason for that, I've just given you my theory as to why. That's the first reason. Second thing, of course, is World War II, and a lot of people died in the name of defending Jews. Of course, I understand that completely. But then thirdly, and I'd like to have an actual open and honest conversation about this. Don't we think, and I actually want your opinions, the fact that a song came on and the reaction has been so fierce and so, not aggressive, but it's so clear that songs like this can't be played without meeting genuine power in the world. Don't you think, to somebody who is completely detached from this situation, somebody at home who has nothing to do with this situation, watches it and sits and goes, ah, see? They are in charge of everything. I'm asking.
I'm going to get, this is the perfect, by the way, I'm so grateful we're having this conversation because the world needs to see this.
Yeah.
Thief, thank you for the likes,
If
Thief.
this was played in any other city, Tate, you would not see this reaction.
Got it.
Can I explain something?
Sure.
Miami Beach, they don't play this game, dog.
Well, clearly.
You're not going to Mamdani Miami.
Yeah.
It's not happening.
Yeah.
By the way, Stephen Miner, the mayor, Joe Magazine, David Suarez, you have a Jew and an Italian and a Cuban walk into a nightclub and they say, we don't play this game, homie. We see what's going on in the world, and every Jew, every capitalist, every billionaire leaving California, leaving New York, they're like, where can we go? You know how Governor DeSantis said, Florida's where woke goes to die.
Good friend of mine.
Your boy. Florida is where woke goes to die. Well, you know what? Miami is where racism goes to die. And by the way, I'm an equal opportunity employer when it comes to racism.
Yep.
Stand-up comedian.
No, I'm gonna say thank you.
Comedian. Yeah. One day
Thank
PD's
you.
gonna get a shot.
Thank you. Thank you.
You know about that.
I don't know if you know that meme.
This.
Oh my
It's
god,
not
what do I do
racist.
with it? Thank you. Meme? Oh, that's just so disgusting, bro. I hope you don't know that meme.
If you make fun of everybody. Anybody can get it.
So I'm clear.
We got a black guy there. We got an Italian guy there.
So I'm clear.
We got a gay guy there. I don't know. Nick Fuentes, gay, whatever it is. But it's only bad when you single out one group.
Yeah, of course.
So that's the challenge that you're going to happen. So all these guys that basically
You're so random that I don't know. Should I search it? No, don't.
own the clubs, run
Don't.
the city. It's not just Jews.
Don't search
Cubans,
it.
Venezuelans,
No,
Jamaicans,
don't search it,
Haitians.
please.
It's one big melting pot, Miami. And the universal truth in Miami is don't bring that BS here. I'll explain why, and then I want to hear your perspective. Obviously, Jews have fled anti-Semitism, came to Miami. Half of South America, looking in the room here, fled communism, socialism, comes to Miami. Haitians flee corruption, come to Miami. Italians flee fascism, come to Miami. The reason that Miami is that city is because they all know what the rest of the world looks like.
Yep.
That's why you're getting this reaction. Any other city, you're not going to get this. Okay?
I think you've lived in a bubble where you think Miami's the only place. Thank God you lived in Addison for a year and a couple other places. I think this is bigger than that to me. And by the way, I'd like to go to the next
Thank
topic.
you, Pete, for
Let's
the
do a
likes.
couple other things on this, and let's move on to the next few topics to get into.
Bro, this video is so goddamn long. Oh my god, it's like 3 hours long. I think I'm gonna watch like maybe.
I think, Tate, for me, it's a
few more
different
minutes.
conversation for you, because every year when a new year starts, it's about how am I recreating myself for the next level. You know, when I was in my 20s, my buddy promoted a club called Club Jerk in Melrose, and then we used to go to Pimps and Hoes, and we used to go to, no, literally, I don't know if you ever heard of Pimps and Hoes.
It's a great name.
We used to go, it was literally called Pimps and Hoes in Vegas. I don't know if you want to pull it up or not.
Human trafficking.
They was, yeah, no, they would put the biggest clubs with 20,000 people show up, and LA had a nightclub called Club Naked. You know, you had all these different places to go to, and friends that you had that would do different things. And then one day I'm like, I got to recreate myself, and I'm going to the next level.
I totally understand your point. Nick Fuentes says a lot of things I agree with. I don't agree with everything he says. I've seen clips of him say things, and I found them very funny. I had never met him before. Collab's blown up online. He's doing things. I've seen some clips. I'd never met him before. I got to Miami for the first time in a long time. They said, guys, let's meet up. We met up. Sneeko came along.
I kind of.
We went out.
I kind of like the aesthetics here. What aesthetics? The background? What kind of aesthetic? I don't know.
Played a song. For me, I understand what you're saying. Like, I need to reinvent myself, and I have all these charges.
If you choose to, you don't have to.
Of course, but I have all these charges, and I have the potential to have a.
All right, okay, I'm gonna end it. Oh my god, I don't want to get banned on YouTube. They flagged me already. They flagged me. Oh my god, they flagged me on YouTube. Content block. Oh, it's for the last live stream. Okay. For the last live stream. Okay. Oh, I wasn't up for this. Okay.
Brand new image, and I'm one of the best, most well-known people on the planet. If I meet somebody for the first time, or I meet people and hang out with them for 6 or 7 hours, and the entire thing is filmed, and 30 seconds blows up, I understand, and I'm really not trying to just pass blame, and I'm not trying to make excuses. But truthfully, I don't see what I should have done differently, besides say, oh, I've never met you before, you haven't been vetted, I'm never going to meet anybody ever. or sit in a car and say, sorry guys, because I'm in this car, we must cut off the Bluetooth. Let me take everybody's phone from them. Like, it is what it is. I understand how these things get attached to my name. It's very inconvenient for me. I have Jewish business partners. I have tech teams in Israel. I have things going on, and I get a mess from this crap too. I can argue that I was set up. I can argue that Sneeko wasn't thinking. I can argue that they were just trying to chase clicks. I could argue it was malicious or not malicious. But truthfully, from the bottom of my heart, truthfully, I'm not here to beg sorry from anybody. I was in a van, and I was in a club. That club also played songs about beating the shit out of women and shooting fucking black people. I didn't put any of the songs on. I'm not the DJ. And I think, actually, truthfully, and we have to analyze this from an outside perspective, I'm not saying this as me. I'm saying this from a complete outsider. Everybody understands the scenario I just explained. Everybody's been in a car with people they don't know when someone else has the Bluetooth. Everybody has. So everybody can sit and say, well, if he's getting such a hard time over this, well, obviously, some of the...
Timur. Yeah, I would love to. Timur and Ana, wallahi, I would love that.
Conspiracy theories must be true. Like, what did I do here? If the Jewish community want to come to me and say, Andrew, we're going to drive you out of Miami or put a bullet in your head, I'll say, well, then do it, because I just sat in a car. I'm really not going to sit here and beg sorry for sitting in a car. I sat in a car. And perhaps, yes, I should be more careful with the company I keep, correct. I'd never met half of these people ever before. They're some of the most
I just smelled halwa, bro. I know what's going on. I smell halwa.
famous people in the world. If you go and meet some of the most well-known people on the planet, and one of them sniffs coke, is it your fault? Are you going to sit and say, I met an actor, he's really famous, he's one of the biggest guys in the world, and he got photographed sniffing coke, and because you're relevant, they say, Patrick Bet-David caught up in drug scandal. What are you supposed to do? What are you supposed to do? Grab men by their throat when they grab a phone to put on a Bluetooth? Like, I totally understand some people are offended by it. I get it. And perhaps maybe I'm just numb. Perhaps I've been through so much shit in my life that my brain's just numb. Perhaps. But if
hey, hi, Eve.
Any song saying I hate half-black loudmouths, I wouldn't give a fuck.
I'd put you on the cover.
But that's the truth. So I'm sorry to anybody who is offended. I'm sorry to anybody who's offended. If I had played the song myself and danced around to it, sure. I was in a car.
Can I?
That's my answer.
Can I, dude? I don't want an apology. Nobody. I don't even think you should
I don't
apologize.
think this is a no.
Yeah.
I don't think this is a podcast.
What about Timur? Los Timur. Oh, that's
Hey, you
nice.
coming in town? When I message, I'm like, how you doing? I said, I'm just, because I was messaging the other, there's a couple places we communicate with. One of them, you didn't respond back. I said, is he good? So then I messaged Matt.
Yeah.
And then I messaged back, it's like, no, it's this one. And so I messaged it, checking to see how you're doing. And you're like, hey, I'm in town.
Yeah.
If you're in town, I'm in town. And then obviously our guys are telling me this. No, for me, I look at everybody as a product of what is next for them. What is the next thing they need to do? What is the next thing they ought to consider doing as a iOS, 14.0 for Tate? What is that for Tate? What is Tate 15.0? And you look at a lot of people in the marketplace that way.
Totally understand.
So I think about it from that standpoint.
This hurts political ambitions for very little gain. Totally understand. It's just whether I could have stopped this or seen this coming. That's the question. I'm not glad this happened. The question is, could I have stopped it?
I think you could have stopped it. I think you could have stopped it.
How?
I think you could easily stop it.
How?
First of all,
play the clip of when it comes on in the car and I leave the car. What else am I supposed to do?
Let me tell you what I'll tell you what I would do.
Wow, this feels like lecturing,
you guys
bro.
Go out.
This feels like lecturing. I don't. Doesn't it feel like lecturing? Does it feel like he's lecturing him?
Do you think if you invite me, I'm coming out?
If I invite you, will you come out?
Do you think if you guys go to a nightclub and the two of you guys invite me, am I coming out?
You probably not.
Why would I not come out?
Because I guess you don't enjoy going to nightclubs.
But no, why do you think I wouldn't come out? If you invite me to dinner and we're just hanging out, I stayed at your place in Romania till I don't know what time we were there having a conversation.
Oh,
it was incredible conversation, right?
Of course, nightclubs are absolute bullshit.
But think about this for a second. So if you were to invite me to go to a certain places, in your mind you'd probably say, "There's no way Pat's going to come out to this, but let's go to dinner with him."
Sure.
No problem. So I control where I go to, and I determine my standards of what to do. If he says to me, Pat, let's go out, I'm going to bring 10 girls out. Yeah, he's not even going to invite me because he knows I'm not going to go.
Yeah.
So you're going to invite me for what? By the way, if I'm going to places that I have my kids with me and I'm doing certain things with family, I'm not inviting this guy out. Because he may come out and, say certain things. I got a couple boys, I'm trying to raise them in a certain way. I may be like, nah, you're going to cause a little too much mayhem. And I have certain standards. To me, I watch all these guys, and here's what I like. I had Nick Fuentes on the podcast. I cannot believe you did this. I had Netanyahu. I was the only podcast that we had Netanyahu and Nick Fuentes on within 30 days.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Okay, and by the way, when we had Nick on, Shapiro canceled.
Yeah.
Literally a week later, he canceled. He was supposed to be on the podcast 2 weeks later. And we knew when this was going to happen. I told the team. The only thing for me is I get to choose the standards of where I go out to. Like here, guess what? This is our club. There is no phones here. I don't like phones here. We talked about it this morning. Some people are here to watch this. There are no phones.
Nah, this place is nice somehow, man. It's like a little vibe. Like like the woods in the background, the cigar, everything. It's kind of vibe, bro.
Standard. So that's the part when I watch you. Like yesterday, I'm at the Miami game with what do you call it? Indiana. What a freaking game it was. I take Dylan out.
I'm dealing with some PTSD.
But let me tell you why. You ready? Let me tell you why. And I'm going to paint a picture for you.
Yes, sir.
And I think it's going to make sense to him. They're singing the national anthem. And
exactly. I told you the aesthetics is fire. Yeah, it is. It is.
And all of a sudden.
And the alcohol in the background, bro. I'm kidding.
They cut out to Trump. The place loses their mind, is what it does. Okay? And then comes back out. And then 20 minutes later, they show a video with Obama. The entire place boos. I don't know if you heard. Oh, it was the worst booze I saw in my life when Obama came up. They're going to play this somewhere. Okay? But then there was one part where they showed Trump on the big screen. And guess who's sitting right next to him? Dana White. And Dana goes like this. He's got a Miami Hurricanes shirt on. You belong in that room.
Yeah.
Okay? That's where you belong. To me, when I watch
it's very manly vibe.
Communicate.
You think?
It's going this way. That's the part. And
Andrew Tate is there, so
I watch these guys. I was one of them. Even when I had Nick on, I'm like, listen, he was 18 years old when he said some of this stuff. You got to be held accountable for it, but we have to give a chance for people to recreate themselves. It comes to us. It comes to what, Tate's decision is what to do next. And I know, I'm not here to say what you said about Israel.
You're still live, bro. Yeah.
I understand the point you're making. Totally. Myron's an amazing friend of mine. Doesn't mean I agree with everything he says and does, but he's an amazing friend of mine.
The 80s vibe?
He's rode for me when I got in a lot of trouble. I've known him for a very long time. The other two I had never met before.
Good boy.
Nick, I believe, had never
Don't
been to a
call
club
me good
before.
boy, you
If you
weirdo.
watch the entire stream, it's a long conversation about me saying, I don't want to go to a club. But Nick's never been to a club before. It's Nick's first ever.
Literally never been to a club.
Nick's first ever time. It's Nick's first ever time in a club. You have to come.
That's true.
I saw it in his face.
So I was like, I don't want to come. And then I ended up going.
Yeah.
And clearly it wasn't worth it. But here I am.
Yeah.
So, it's an unfortunate circumstance. I truthfully hope everybody who's offended by it can move past it and understand that no one's out here trying to round anyone up and shoot them in the head. I believe, if you ask me why, I think that there's some streamers who are so obsessed with getting clicks that they don't think ahead. And that's why they did it. And that's why I left.
So I'm with Pat on this, and I'll explain why.
Sure.
Because we had dinner 6 months ago, and we invited Pat.
Yep.
And we shot a video, you and me, Pat, where you at?
And he wouldn't come, you're right.
And I said, Pat's not coming here.
Yeah, you're right.
We sent you the video.
Yeah.
There was no chance, but respectfully, we're going to invite him. I'm a little offended.
I didn't invite you.
No.
Bro, that would have been a video. If I would have had you there, then it would have been.
Here's what I would have done.
That would have been a video.
But here's what I would have done. Let me ask you a very simple question. The night we went out, we had dinner at on top of 11.
Yeah.
Did we not have an amazing night?
Yeah,
Did
we
you
had
get
fun.
in any trouble whatsoever?
No,
brother?
I didn't get in any trouble.
Did we have? Wasn't it a way better night?
Of course.
So
Are you saying you're a better host than who he was with?
I'm a way
that what
better
you're
host
saying?
than Nick Fuentes at the club, dog.
But you know
So
what?
hear me out.
Guys,
Hear me out, Tate.
Nick's
Tate,
funny
Of
to me.
course. You know how much hate I get for associating with Nick Fuentes because I interviewed the guy?
Yeah.
I got canceled off of TikTok for interviewing Nick Fuentes.
Wow.
In a challenging interview.
Wild.
I got canceled. TikTok. Thanks, China. But here's my
Bro,
point.
what
We
the
had dinner
fuck
at
is
Gazelle
going
to go
on?
Down to 11.
Yeah.
You say to me, hey, bro, amazing night. I got to cut out early. I can't be at the club.
Yeah.
This is at the #1 club, not in Miami, in the world.
Correct.
11.
Correct.
You have the mindset to be like, let me get out of here. You go with guys who don't know anything about Miami,
Yeah.
nothing about clubs. You go to some shithole club, Vendome. What Pat is basically saying is, you're better.
I'll
than
get a
all
drink.
this.
I was like, be
And
عادي
that's my
اسوق على.
point. So, final point.
I don't think I'm saying he's better than this.
No, I'm saying this.
Okay, that's what you're saying.
I am saying that
I'm
Tate is.
I'm saying what's his.
Yes.
He belongs in a, and this is a conversation
He
we had
belongs to the-
2 years ago when, you know.
He
that's
belongs in a
between you and
zoo.
I, But I'm saying he belongs in a bigger room.
I fully agree with you.
What to do to get into those rooms
And
because
that's
impact
Tate's
can be
decision.
bigger. And by the way,
Yeah.
I invite, and I want you to finish your thought
Yeah.
because I think what you're saying is if you come into Miami, call me. I'm going to be a better host. I know the good places. I know. And by the way,
I'm not even-
as much as I'm teasing you,
Yeah.
I'm agreeing with you because you know the places in Miami. The guys,
Yeah, the
you know,
big
you're
jug
connected
is
with
here.
everybody. All I'm saying is a very different message.
Yeah.
My message is, what's the next room to get into, and solve for that.
Yeah,
Solve
Abdi's
it.
still
And by the way,
cooking.
you know what's crazy about it?
Yeah, he's still
Myron Gaines,
cooking,
I
still
invited him over
chefing
to
up.
the office 6 months ago. This is a meeting Myron and I
Bro,
had.
by the time he finished cooking, I'm dead from starvation.
It's no one's business. Myron knows what conversation I had with him. I sat him down. I said, Myron, you know, he came with his dog. It was so funny. Everyone's like, why is there a dog in the office? I said, I don't know. He walks with a dog. It's okay.
He's
Bring
like
bring
me.
the dog. And I sat him and I said,
Wait, do
know
you
how
take that
great
long
of a
to cook?
communicator you are. You would make such a better point if you chose to do X, Y, Z. This was the conversation we had with Myron because I see him as such a talent. Same thing with Nick. I think you
Yeah.
are the
2
leader
hours?
of this crew, and everyone knows it.
Yep.
You're the leader of all of these guys. They all follow your lead. And by the way, I even saw a clip. I think the Nicholas guy was calling you out in a clip a few weeks ago. I can't believe
Nick
who.
Who's Sneeko?
Yeah, Sneeko. He was calling you out in a
Oh yeah,
couple things.
Sneeko does loads
Yeah.
of clips insulting me all the
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
I mean, I completely understand what you're saying.
But
Sneeko
that's
does,
okay. I just think there's
Yeah, Thief doesn't know how to cook.
Because if the leader at the top chooses to go here, these guys have to choose to lead, and those who don't follow his lead, they bash him. It's a very normal state of,
yeah.
you know, how the process goes.
Myron's an amazing friend of mine. He's never insulted me, to my knowledge. I think Nick Fuentes has said some things negative about me in the past, but now we get along. I think Clav said some negative things about me, but it's the first time I met him. I know Sneeko said endless negative things about me over and over again because it gets him clicks. I landed in Miami. It was the first time to meet Nick and Clav. The guys came along. If you would have told me, Andrew, if you go to the club, a international incident is going to take place, of course I wouldn't have gone. I sat there. I don't go to clubs. I don't like clubs. There was a long conversation about being Nick's
I
first
eat,
day in the
so
club.
that
and
is a
I
hard thing
truthfully,
to do.
perhaps, in my ignorance, thought
Eating
that I
is
could go
hard
to a club for
sometimes.
15 minutes
I
without
take
having
long
do
to
it.
eat.
And I was wrong. So here it is.
By the way, I
Tomorrow I'm gonna go outside, buy a bunch of snacks and a lot of drinks, like cartons of
you're
drinks,
leading
bro.
these knuckleheads into stupid decisions. We're moving on from that. Here's what I do want to say. 24 hours later, this is so funny. I'm getting calls from all these guys.
It's you waste money, man. No, I love drinks. Like the only thing I waste my money on is I spend my not waste. I wouldn't say waste, because it's food. I'm buying food. It's not waste. The only thing that I spend a lot of my money on is just drinks. I love drinks. I love drinks. I don't eat that much, so I love drinking.
I come over to Eric's house. I'm having for dinner the leftovers from the night before from Prime 1. You hungry? Well, yeah, whatever. Your food. Typical Jews. They're like, you want a drink? I'm drinking Blue Label with Tristan. And I'm, guys, what's going on here? Like, you're calling me to get my feedback. I didn't call you guys, What up, bro? Can I eat your leftovers?
What's your point?
So here's my point. I want to say something. In 24 hours, the world changed. Not the world changed. This
Hey, what up,
situation
bro?
changed. I
Can
do
I
want to
eat
say
your
one thing, and I want to validate everything you're saying, because the whole thing was who done it, who played the song. In my opinion, it was Sneeko. I'll let him speak for himself. I do think Myron is your friend, and you have no idea.
You should buy Takis or the ketchup flavored Pringle. Yes, I'm gonna buy Doritos. I'm gonna buy Pringles. I'm gonna buy all of that Takis thing. Oh, so good. Can't wait till it's tomorrow, man.
How much respect I have for you when you can throw him under the bus right now and you don't. Respect.
I'm not going to do I can't.
Sneeko, I have zero idea why some guy that talks crap about you for a living, brother, you still would associate with. That's your call. You know who I love? You know who I love?
I know that's
And
addictive.
No matter what
Yeah.
he does, I'll say that's my dog, Justin Waller.
Yeah, 100%.
The reason that I came,
Justin's the man.
The reason I came to the house, he was my first text. I said, Waller, what's going on? You know, he goes, Saz, let me explain what happened. Let's go. He goes, what kind of music you think I listen to? I go,
Watch the stream. We were playing country
You're
music.
a country music dude.
Of course.
So he sends me the
Hi,
video.
Acer.
Tristan could be James Bond.
Yeah.
He's a little stressed out. He's like, bro, I want to come to Miami.
Tristan, that could be. He is.
Yeah.
He is James Bond.
He's like, I don't want this in my life. I know you know people. Like, respectfully, like, hook a brother up. I go, I got you. I'm on the phone with the mayor of Miami Beach. What do I tell you? Hey, sir, I'll call you right back. 1 minute.
Yeah.
You're putting Dylan to bed. I tell the mayor, hey, I got to talk to Pat because he actually pays my bills. You don't.
Yeah.
You collect my taxes
Yeah,
on me.
yeah.
Like,
You robbed me.
Yeah, you robbed me. He pays me. So, respectfully, Mr. Mayor,
Yeah.
respect, whatever. He's saying, dude, I don't know this song.
Yeah.
I'm a country guy. And I see you walk out of the
Hey, bro, he pays them.
and
That's
I'm like,
crazy.
all right, well, the
That's
song
not
is on.
crazy. What the fuck is wrong with me, man? People pay each
Sneeko,
other.
I guess is so broke that he's not even paying for the ad-free thing. They're playing commercials.
Yeah. I mean, you know what? You know what?
But here's what he said, and I want to give you a chance. He did validate everything you're saying. The reason you went is because Nick Fuentes, virgin, never been to a club, a virgin and a literal club virgin. You wanted to see him be basically like dance monkey in the club, so to speak. And I actually understand that. But when you show up to a club,
But why they fucking,
with the
bro?
Nazis-
I've watched 35 minutes of this and they're still fucking lecturing them. What the? Are they not gonna talk about anything else, bro?
Avengers, Nick Fuentes, Myron Gaines, Sneeko, you're gonna get looped into this, and whose head's gonna roll first?
Well,
not some cloud kid nobody's heard of. Andrew Tate. You're the leader.
I understand.
I'm fine, not to cut you off. And I know you guys said, like, he's not choosing to be their leader. You are a leader, and they are like looking
Yes.
up to you. So it's not like
think a
you're
20-year-old
choosing to be like, yo, I'm in charge, you guys.
This kid shouldn't be in the club. He's 20. That's another conversation.
Yeah.
He's meeting you for the first time. You're his idol.
I understand the point you're making, and you know what? Sneeko has insulted me endless times, especially across the last 4 years. I haven't seen him in years and years and years. But maybe, maybe it's the man code in me. He's insulted me so many times, and I could sit here and throw him under the bus, but it's just not who I am as a person. I want to meet Nick and Clav. It's Clav and Nick who reached out to me. You're in America.
Bro.
We've never met
Is something burning?
before. Come through. We're with Sneeko. Is that okay? My reply was, Sneeko always has some crybaby issue with me. If he's not going to cry his eyes out, he can come. And he came along, and he made a fucking mess. And I could sit here and blame it all on him. But that's truthfully not, I don't know, that just feels wrong to me. I'm not going to sit here and say who else it was. I'm just going to say I didn't do it.
Bro, what the
I'm just gonna
fuck?
say that I didn't play
I've watched 37 minutes of this, bro. No, hell no. Hell no. Hell no, bro. Hell no. Bro, you guys are making me hungry, man. FIFA and Noel. Talking about Takis and what else? Takis and lemon. Oh. Stop. I got honey. Anyone wants the honey? I got honey. Free honey for you guys, man. Free honey. I don't really like the taste of honey, but you should try honey with pancake. It's banging. Honey with pancake is banging. Doesn't make any sense. Per. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna end it here. I'm gonna relax. I don't like honey. It tastes weird. Exactly. Especially when you swallow it. It tastes weird on the throat. Right? Yeah. All right. I'm gonna. All right. I will. All right. I'll end it, guys. I'll end it. I'll end it. I'm getting tired. I'll try to go early live tomorrow. All right. See. Take care. Goodbye. Bye.